Hello and welcome back to NEPA Nerds. My name is Elle,
This is Julia Priest.
and today we are going to be talking about a wonderful subject,
Harry Potter. Let's go.
This is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be great. And today we're gonna have actually a couple of guests.
Right.
Sadly, Zach couldn't make it today, but to make up for it, we got these two wonderful experts on Harry Potter. We have Ms. Kelly Egri. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. I'm glad you can make it today. Yes, she is an amazing, amazing source of wealth of knowledge when it comes to Harry Potter. Having read all the books, been to, seen all the movies, of course, and yes, and we are going to pick her brains today, along with our engineer, Mr. Joey. He too is.
He's over there, but I'm actually over here. What?
He too is very much an expert on Harry Potter, but of course we're going to focus on Kelly and her knowledge, especially since she's such an awesome editor here at the news station.
Before we continue, can you tell what house I'm in? Obviously, I'm a Hufflepuff, and we can kind of go down the line, I guess. So I meant to ask you yesterday, what's your house?
Well, when I took the test, or a few times I took the test, apparently I'm a very much a Gryffindor.
Hey, look
So,
at that. We got
Too bad I don't have like a jacket or a hat of Gryffindor, but I do have a wand right now.
Ooh,
so
yes.
Whose wand is this?
That is Hermione's wand,
okay.
and we'll discuss it a
we'll
little bit
discuss
more
it.
shortly.
Yeah, I mean, a very knowledgeable one too. All right, so Ms. Kelly, hi.
Hello. I 100% had you pinned as a Slytherin. I really. the
I
cunning.
mean,
I thought you as
No.
a
Yeah,
Ravenclaw,
true.
oddly enough.
no,
Yeah,
just
although I did have a secondary Ravenclaw.
okay.
Okay.
Secondary.
That's true. You research a lot.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I do.
I just you can be sly and you can be cunning in a nice way, but it's
Right.
like
so sweet.
respectfully. I just had you pinned as a
You're a bad
Slytherin.
guy.
I just had you pinned as a Slytherin.
Right?
Maybe you should take the test again. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been 10 years since I have to.
Yeah.
Think of that.
You don't need the test. I'm here. I'll tell
And
you
our-
what you are.
And our editor, Joe Nardone, what is your house?
So I've taken the test a couple times. Every time I've either gotten 75% of the time I've gotten Gryffindor, and the other 25% I got Ravenclaw.
Well, there you go. You and I, man.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
I don't think I have the brains to be a Ravenclaw. Though.
Oh,
I
stop
fear.
it. That's
At
my
least
line.
Whatever. He's very smart. Yeah.
Oh,
And so we're gonna have fun today. I'm looking forward to picking everyone's brains because I'm not a Harry Potter expert. I know it's strange.
Yeah.
But I mentioned before how like my sister is a Harry Potter fan, and too bad I didn't get to pick her brains last night. But more questions for you, Ms. Kelly, and of course Mr. Joey.
Of
And
course.
we're going to definitely get in there and one thing I really want to know is the comparison between the movies and the books because never read the books
Right.
and I'm sort of I know you support or encourage me to read the books.
The books
Yeah.
are so good.
They are.
And
They
there's-
truly, truly
and
are.
they're so much
I hear,
better.
yes.
Yeah.
But like the time issue that I have.
Yeah, you just have to invest in like, I don't know, like, I mean, even just the audiobooks, each one's like a couple 40 some hours. So
That's nuts. Wow.
do you think it's more or less?
For all 7?
No,
it's
for
40 hours?
each one. For each one. For
Really?
Each
book.
one is
How
40
slow
hours?
are you reading them?
What
Like
do you
how
mean?
slow? How?
Well, it
Depends on the book too, because like
Yeah.
Half-Blood Prince is like more than 40.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling, she
But-
kind of got away
but,
from
like,
the editors there.
Sorcerer's Stone
Towards
is
the end.
like, 16, 17 hours.
I could. Okay, Sorcerer's Stone. I could see.
I'm gonna have
40
to
hours kind
speed
of blew
read
my
through
mind.
that.
As long or short? As too long or too short?
Too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one I could picture being that would be like Order of the Phoenix, because that's like massive book.
Right.
Um,
Okay, Harry Potter nerds. We're gonna get into
That's something
right
that
now. I just
carries
want
you to
to go real quick, if you don't mind, just talking about your vacation to Universal Studios. Just real quick.
Yes, that's right. I believe I teased that last show, and it was the biggest word that I could use to describe it is magical. It really immerses you within the world of not only just Harry Potter, but also in the How to Train Your Dragon universe, in the newest park epic universe, in a what is it called? In like 90s Marvel with Islands of Adventure, with the different islands that are there, and obviously the main highlight is Harry Potter. And as you can see, like they got a variety of different things going on. There was like a symphonic show. Recently, they incorporated drones into their night light shows, which was very enjoyable. And oh yes, this too as well. You're able to actually at Hogsmeade at Islands of Adventure, you're able to send a letter through the mail, and you'll get one of these little letters in the mail, and it's got a little stamp on there too.
Nice.
So you were able to send the postage via the USPS, goated mailing service. Along with that, there was just so many different character interactions. It really, like, nowadays it's difficult to escape the day-to-day weir and drear and all that, but this, like, it made me feel like a child again. And I got to see Toothless. He's my goat. He's the boy. He's the best boy. And it was again, I come back to the word of just magical. And this was actually a vacation with myself and my ma. And so we were able to just celebrate her birthday like the weekend before. We've been planning this for quite some time, and I want to go back. I want to go back.
I'm looking forward to
it was
going.
so great.
That looks
It
great.
was so fun. And Ellie, you mentioned that you're also going sometime soon, right?
The dream, the hope.
The dream.
The dream is for me to go back to Universal because it's been years since I've been there.
Absolutely.
So ever since Back to the Future ride was still a thing back then.
Oh, wow.
So I was yeah.
Well, I
much
think
younger.
one of their older rides is the ET ride, funny enough. And that was
Still up?
Oh yeah. And
Really?
it has the coolest queue out of all the rides that I found. Like you're literally immersed in a forest. So
it's been like that since I was a teenager, so that's great.
right.
Okay.
So, and there's throughout the parks too. We'll have to discuss. I lost my train of thought.
That's
Like the Hogwarts Express, which
Yes.
unfortunately we weren't able to get to because of weather delays. But we'll be chatting more about magic pretty shortly. So to keep on sticking around, and we'll be back after the short messages. Welcome back, NEPA nerds, and look at you. You're ready to cast a spell.
I don't know if I did it correctly.
Do you know any spells?
Yeah, but don't remember exactly right now. You put me on the spot.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Was it Abracadabra?
Avada
Avada.
That's the killer.
That's the killing.
Be careful
Yes,
with
yes.
that.
Exactly.
You're already trying to kill us all.
Yep, exactly. Defense against the dark arts. Oops, oopsies.
Unfortunately, the wands don't work outside of the parks. But hey, the magic is contained from us muggles. And so, speaking of muggles, we got plenty of like muggle media to be speaking of, I guess, or magical media, more per se. And so, Kelly, you mentioned that you're very well versed in the books. Is that right?
Yeah, so I wasn't allowed to read them growing up. So when I was like 14, that was my big act of teenage rebellion, was to read the Harry Potter books. And then from there, I was like, this will show my mom, and I like memorized them. And then
Rebel with a cause.
and so then yeah, I watched the movies a lot too. They're just something like easy to have playing in the background, to be
Yeah,
honest. So
right.
yeah, very very familiar.
Yeah. So then, so reading the books, when you found out how old were you when you read the books? You said 14.
Yeah, so all the movies were already out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering. I'm like, okay. So then, did you make sure you read all the books first, or did you actually watch them roughly concurrently?
I would read a book and then watch the movie.
Oh, okay.
I had caught glimpses of movies like when ABC Family would do like a Harry Potter marathon.
Mm-hmm.
I would catch
yeah.
like glimpses to just, this was before the full on rebellion.
Oh,
ensued.
before.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. But I would just be like, I can get away with 3 minutes, and I would like watch a little bit.
During
So I-
didn't they call it Pottermas during Christmas?
Pottermas?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was
Maybe
like the
they did.
ABC Family
Oh,
Pottermas.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
that's something too that I thought of after our Christmas episode was that all the Harry Potter movies are technically Christmas movies too.
Yeah, I mean they do all have Christmas in them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been good for your Christmas episode. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, did anybody mention it?
No, I think it was after the fact that I realized that.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about this rebellious period of yours.
Yes. Well, yes. What is the cause of rebellion?
Literature. As all good rebellions
Oh
start.
yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
No, I was kind of like, you know what? Like, they're books and I want to read them. And everyone else had read them and everyone else knew about them. And I was like, I want to know. I love pop culture. I wanted to know. So yeah, I just read the books and I adored them. I mean, I would go through them like that. My mom didn't have very long to like catch them in my house because I was on to the next one before before I knew it.
Okay.
But yeah, I really loved them, and I loved the detail in there that didn't make it into the movies for one reason or another. But yeah, they're a good read. You should read them.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people have said it. Even my sister, even you, and yeah. So I'm like, okay, fine. I should never get around to them. Yeah. So I mean, real quick, I know Kelly is our special guest here, but Joey, like, did you read them concurrently, or was it like?
Yeah. So I mean, I read them when I was younger, and now I'm at the end of Deathly Hallows. I'm re-listening to all of the audiobooks, which I've never listened to the audiobooks, so I can't say I'm re-listening to them, but I'm rehearing the story. So that's what my name is, Stephen Fry Truther, because there are two different versions of the audiobook. There's the Jim Dale version, and then there's the Stephen Fry version, and I am the Stephen Fry Truther. So that's what that comes down to. But yeah, there's a lot we could talk about, like Spew, not being in the movies, and then just like the entire getting rid of Ron's character in the movies, basically. There's a lot I could talk about, especially it's all fresh in my mind.
Oh, okay.
How certain characters die, how certain characters find each other.
Let's take advantage of this.
There's a lot like Ron and Hermione's first kiss, way different in the books. I think it's way better in the books too.
I gotta write this down
For
so I
the
can
characters.
like ask about this later on or something.
Right.
Maybe.
So yeah, these are
we'll
all
see.
things I'm ready and willing to talk about. Just so.
Locked and loaded, huh?
Yeah.
One,
So, yeah.
one thing that I wanted to ask you, book nerds, I guess, is that I was only familiar with the movies, and it
Same.
kind of bothered me. The lead up of Ron and Hermione's romance is it a better build up, I guess, in the books?
Okay, we'll go there.
Well, since this is your passion project.
All right. Yes, I think it is significantly better in the movies, only in the fact that
In the movies or in the
no,
books?
sorry, in the books. In the books.
okay. You're
Sorry,
like,
sorry. Yeah. In the books, because I mean, Ron's still an idiot. Like he's still an idiot boy, like growing up, and like and Harry is too. But the three of them, their relationship. If you just watch the movies, I can understand why a lot of people would ship Harry and Hermione just watching the movies. But in the books, you really understand that Harry and Hermione are very much two very good friends. And it's Ron that has the romantic interest in Hermione. And honestly, like from very early on. And I'm trying to pull out examples, but
Isn't it actually him? Isn't it Ron in the books who remembers that Hermione's in the bathroom in the second one?
yeah,
Yeah, so like in the movie, they have it be Harry.
right.
But like Ron just always got an eye out for Hermione. I've got an example.
Go for it.
In the last book, when Bellatrix Lestrange has Hermione pinned down and is torturing her, Ron in that dungeon is basically like tearing his hair out. He cannot even focus. He cannot think about anything other than the fact like that Hermione's up there screaming. And so it's like it kind of forces Harry to be like, okay, like, he's worried about that. I got to make a plan. Like, but
and,
yeah,
and
it's
then
like,
when they encounter, like they're hiding behind like furniture before they go and encounter them, and it's Ron that runs out first and goes after Bellatrix.
yeah.
In the movie, it's Harry that runs out first because it's Harry. He's the lead guy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of
But
course.
Yeah.
in the book, it's Ron because, like you said, it was her torturing.
Yeah.
And then when Ron eats slugs, when he tries to make Malfoy eat slugs because Malfoy calls
movie?
Hermione a mudblood.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
in the second movie.
This
Okay.
is the second movies. Yes,
Yeah,
I recall
so-
It's
this.
been years since I've seen the movie.
They all go to Hogwarts Hut. I mean, to Hagrid's cabin to, they're like, oh, Ron's puking up slugs. Who's gonna know how to fix this? Hagrid is. And in the movies, Hermione explains why she's upset and then why she got called a mudblood, whatever. But she was growing up in the Muggle world, and so was Harry. They have no idea what mudblood means, and it's actually Ron that explains why she should be offended. Hermione wasn't even offended in the first place. She was just like, "Why would you call me that?" And it was Ron that explained why it's such a big deal. And I think that also goes into more of like, there's a lot of tones of like it's like race and class in the books that just aren't present at all in the movies.
Gotcha.
Like with the whole blood status thing between pure blood, half blood, mudblood, or muggle-born, and even then like elf and goblins, and compared to humans and wizards, it's just like a lot of that is not even touched upon in the movies. But there's so many tones of like rebellion and standing up for like there's a lot of race and class issues that are addressed in like even free press with the Daily Prophet when it gets taken over by the Death Eaters and like the Ministry and Umbridge and like the censorship, and then like the Quibbler gets involved. Then like there's a lot that I think it's more political than the movies play it out to be. For sure.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and like, once again, like, actually, I want to get into that more. Is the comparison between the books and the movies? Like, what were some of the key issues, or at least I know there's so much in it, but like, if you want to focus on a certain aspect of the differences between books and movies, because we all know that when it comes to movies, they really need to like streamline as much of the story and plot as possible, which obviously makes gets them to sacrifice, or they're forced to sacrifice certain things. But what do you think? Let's you can go chronologically or something that just pops in your mind. What do you think is an important piece that is so different from the books and the movies that really is important, vital to the entire story? If you're able to let me know about anything specific.
I would okay. I've got two.
Okay,
One's
yeah.
not vital to the story. One is.
Okay.
So in the third book, Harry blows up Aunt Marge, runs away, is like living off money that he knows he's got a little bit. He knows his parents set this money aside for him for school, but he's like, oh, I need to be super calculated about this. I need to think about, like how I'm spending every single cent. Well, I believe it's the third book where he finds out that his family's way more wealthy than anyone ever told him. And there has been money set aside. So the potion that Hermione uses in fourth year for this dance, the Sleek Easy's potion, his family owns that. So he's been racking up money from that and has no idea that he's like got this money, that he's got this security. So does he ultimately still end up having to go back because of the love? Well, that's never explained either. It is the love of Lily that lets Harry live. So when you sacrifice yourself for someone, that like there's a magical boundary pretty much that is formed. So by Lily throwing herself between Voldemort and Harry, that love boundary is formed. Voldemort cannot kill Harry.
Oh, wow.
That's why in the fourth book
I did not
he
pick
needs
that up in the movie.
exactly. So in the fourth one, he needs Harry's blood to bring him back to life. That is why he can now kill Harry Potter.
Gotcha.
And I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Just to clarify, so I was under the impression that Harry, rather than like the love barrier, like yes, that helped in keeping him from Avada Kedavraing, that Harry ended up becoming a Horcrux. And
So
is that my understanding of it?
that is what happens. So Lily stands in front. Voldemort can't kill Harry. And then the curse rebounds, and like Dumbledore says, like a living part of his soul latches onto what it can, and that's Harry. So
Horcrux.
that is how he becomes a Horcrux. But yeah, and I mean, this is where, is that technically a plot hole that if Harry's a Horcrux, Voldemort should have been able to, hurt him before fourth year, perhaps.
Yeah.
But that love, the understanding of that, I forget what it's actually called, but that love and that boundary that forms comes back into play in the seventh book, where, and this is, if you've not read the books, this doesn't really make sense. The reason Harry goes into the woods to sacrifice himself is because he knows Voldemort cannot understand love. He was born from a love potion. People born from a love potion cannot love. That's another part.
Oh.
Yeah.
Once again,
the
did not
problematic
pick that-
love
pick-
potion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So Voldemort cannot understand love, can't fathom it. So Harry knows by going into the woods and letting Voldemort kill him, and he also knows it'll be killing off the Horcrux. Well, he's not positive he'll come back to life. Let me take that back. But by going into the woods and sacrificing himself for everyone at Hogwarts, Voldemort then cannot hurt any of them.
Okay.
So that is part of his mentality, walking out into those woods and being like, I'm going to sacrifice.
So he already knew. Okay. All right.
Yeah, like he Voldemort's playing chess, Harry Potter's playing checkers, okay? Like
Oh,
Was-
no.
Okay. All right.
You
Yeah.
mean the other way
Is that-
around?
The other
Is
way.
the
I'm
other
like,
way around?
the other way. I'm like,
Voldemort's playing checkers, Harry Potter's playing chess.
Everybody's playing 4D chess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it.
So
All right.
he's like, I'm gonna walk into these woods, I'm gonna sacrifice myself, and then everyone will be safe. They just need to kill the last Horcruxes, and then someone can kill him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And real quick, as an aside, Horcrux is.
And it's a portion of someone's soul.
Gotcha. All right. And Voldemort was split into the
7.
seven.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
6 intentional, 7 on accident.
Nope.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that was not the tangent I had ready to
Ah.
go. That was just something else.
Sorry,
Shoot
you
your
got
tangent.
5 minutes left in this book.
Okay,
so.
perfect.
Yeah,
So let me
okay.
say, one thing that really bothers me, because I know we have the trailer from the last movie book. One thing that really bothers me is that in the movie, Voldemort, when Harry kills him, he like slowly starts to dissolve and like turn to
Yep.
ash. Yes,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Oh, there's Lily about to sacrifice herself. So he dissolves, he turns to ash. But in the books, he just drops dead.
Oh.
And his
Okay.
body is lying there to the point that people are afraid to walk by him because they're like, what if he's just pretending to be dead? Like, what if this is all just some mind game? But to me, it really bothers me that he turns to ash in the
Okay.
movie because if you really like look at like what's Voldemort's goal, all of these books, is it to kill Harry Potter? Yes, but that's because he believes Harry Potter, due to a prophecy, he believes Harry Potter is the only one that can kill him.
Yes.
What he's really chasing this entire time is immortality.
Mm-hmm.
So, someone who has for decades now been chasing immortality to just drop dead. That is human. That's what you've been chasing this entire time, and you still didn't get it. You didn't get it, and you got killed by the person who was prophesied to be able to kill you. Had you just left him alone, he probably wouldn't have bothered. Like, let's be real.
It's like
Makes
the
sense.
Greek like prophecy of like in the event of trying to prevent the prophecy,
Yes.
it comes true anyway.
Exactly.
Fulfillment
Exactly.
prophecy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I just think like he ultimately, was he a fragmented soul because he had split his soul so many times over? Yes. But he was ultimately still mortal.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish, like, I feel like having him like dissolve kind of turns him into like, I don't know, a greater force than what he is.
Right.
You know?
No, I completely agree.
He was just a man.
Yeah, yeah.
at the end of the day. I
Exactly.
mean, sure,
after,
he had
after all the Horcruxes are destroyed, he is just a regular
Yes.
wizard, and
Yeah.
that's it. And like you said, everything he was trying to work up to and build up against and avoid that, he failed, and he just regular and just dies.
Yeah.
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 Now,
Yep.
do the books explain, like, is the part of, like, his soul splitting apart is the reason why he's got such a weird nose?
See, now in the books, I don't think they say anything about his nose in particular, but in the books he has red eyes.
Red eyes.
Yeah, and it's like glaring, beaming red eyes. You can clock these from like forever away.
Ew.
And that's what haunts Harry.
Ooh,
That's what
the
would
red
have been
eyes.
visually more appealing, I guess.
Yeah.
Like if they
But-
added that to the movies, I don't remember. I
See-
don't remember the red eye.
Can I theorize for a second?
Oh, go.
Ooh, a theory.
About the time that Voldemort's like coming back, happening in that movie is about the time Twilight starts to gain traction.
Oh.
So if I had
Gotcha.
to speculate, I'd say we let Twilight keep their red eyes. We'll make this guy look like a snake. You know, like we need something distinguishable.
Okay, I see.
Right.
I have no concrete proof. That's just my speculation.
I love that theory.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you.
that
Theory. It's
theory.
a decent theory.
We'll have to come back to Twilight another time too, because that I would like to speak about Twilight, just like
Love Twilight.
growing up in that age and
Some of the best soundtracks in
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Muse, great band.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll have to
Oh,
re-listen to
Muse,
it.
Yeah, music.
Yeah. Our music
The,
nerd over
the
there.
legendary baseball scene.
Oh yeah. And
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? Twilight always ties back to Harry Potter because Robert Pattinson is in the fourth.
Oh yeah, of
the
course, of
fourth
course. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
definitely.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
My boy.
The boy. So
These are younger kids with me. I'm like Twilight.
yeah,
what?
you were shocked when I brought in VHS tapes.
Yeah, I was
Right.
like, what?
yeah.
That's my
So-
generation. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll have to discuss more of the boy who lived in a few minutes after these short messages.
Lumos. Yes.
The room's already lit.
That's what you were doing on commercial break.
Yes, exactly. Yes, one of the few spells that I know or whatever. Anyway, so
Yeah.
hi, back to the NEPA nerds. We're talking about Harry Potter, obviously, and we have our resident guests here, experts, Ms. Kelly and Mr. Joey, and giving us their wonderful, sweet knowledge of the dark arts, like of Harry Potter and the magical wizarding world that they're lovingly sharing with us today.
Yeah.
So yes, please talk about a little bit more concerning. I mean, yes, we were in the middle of talking about the differences between the books and the movies, but yes, continue to talk. You have a little bit more concerning the differences between the books and the movies.
Well, Joe and I were talking in the break, and there is. I'll let you talk about it more. Spew. That is an organization that Hermione started, and that doesn't appear at
Which
all.
I
so.
did not know about it because
Yeah.
I've only ever
I'm
watched
curious.
the movies.
Yeah.
What is spew?
So Hermione is. Joe's looking something up. Hermione
I was
is.
looking up what spew stood for. I forgot what it stood for.
That's all good. it's all good.
Hermione is very passionate about, it comes as she starts to understand her place in this wizarding world, less than because she's Muggle born, but she becomes very passionate about equal rights. Pretty much is the way to like sum it up.
It's
For
the Society for the Promotion of Elfish Welfare.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because
Makes
house
sense.
elves, they're considered like slaves in the wizarding world.
so
right?
yeah, they're considered property of wizarding families. And when she interacts with Dobby and kind of realizes how much he loves being a free elf, she's like, hang on, something's got to be done. And Ron, growing up in this world, is like, you don't realize, like, elves love to do work. Like, they need to do work to survive. And Hermione's like, no, you don't understand. So then she starts this organization, which I will let Joe talk about.
Yeah, so there's all of the things to do with, like you said, Dobby. And so Spew really, I think, obviously, just like it's a wizarding story, we're in a wizarding world, it's an allegory for real life things. And the like obvious like slavery or just like classism, whatever you want to talk about it, like whatever way you want to interpret it as, it's a statement against just clear representation of other people.
Yeah.
And also it's not even just Spew. There's also like goblins. And goblins are not seen as equal to wizards. And
I believe centaurs are also seen as like
Correct.
not
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
even though they are, well, physically half, but still a person.
Yeah.
yeah, so that ties in with Ferenz, who actually later starts
Yes.
teaching at the school.
Yeah.
And when the centaurs look back at the humans as if they are mistreated, because they are, and they have no respect for the humans. And they're really the only person that they don't like kill on sight basically is Hagrid, and it's because his like connection with the forest. But when Ferenz goes and starts teaching for Dumbledore, the rest of the centaurs exile him, and actually they say, if you step foot in this forest ever again, we will kill you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
intense. So you mentioned that like they basically kill humans on sight. Is there a reason why they didn't kill Harry in the forest and defended him against Voldemort in the first book?
Quiz time.
Is that
Test your knowledge.
It's been a while since I listened to it, but I think I can pull it out.
Okay.
And if not, I think you can.
Well, sorry, you can go first.
Well, I think I'm going to get it wrong.
Okay. Well, you go first, and if it's not what I think, then I'll correct you.
Okay. So the centaurs have the ability to read the stars, and similar to like Trelawney, they call her a fake prophetic actually, because they actually believe they can read prophecy from the stars. They can read the future basically, from being able to interpret what the stars tell them. And they know that Harry Potter is, like, they know when something big is coming. They know that a war is coming, and they know that that involves Harry. Because with Harry's appearance, all of this starts. So they don't go after Harry because, and it's because Hagrid was made them aware. So it's that too.
I see. And a friend of Hagrid is a friend of many.
Did
Yes.
you get it right?
Yeah. So as something that's kind of
Howdy.
reiterated, something that's kind of like reiterated to Harry like over and over again is like, even among this group of people, like, you're well known, Harry Potter, and every time he's like, what? So it's
Yeah.
like, even among centaurs, you're well known. Even among goblins, we know who you are. And so it's like he never fully grasps how well everyone is like acquainted with him and what he's meant to do or what he's done by being the boy who lived. And I think there's also something to be said that it's like Harry can be sarcastic, can be snarky, but he is also like very kind over and over and over again. And so faced with a situation to, you know, like in the 5th book, they start with Umbridge, they start to really regulate like the Forbidden Forest, and like the centaurs are only allowed to have like 1 mile or whatever it actually is, like to run around. And Harry every time is like, well, that's not fair. Like so
Okay.
he is cunning and he is slick and he can be sarcastic, but he is also kind every single time.
Oh, of course.
Oh, is that why the that hat was undecided between Slytherin and Gryffindor? Sorry to
No.
go on a tangent here. but
So
because he's cunning and yet
he is. I've kind of always speculated that the hat could sense the part of Voldemort within Harry.
Okay. All right.
And,
But
like why he could speak parcel tongue.
Yeah.
And like you can only, like, really people only that can speak parcel mouth are people that are direct lineage from
Yeah.
Salazar Slytherin.
Okay.
and so, but you continue.
But like I would say like yes, he is someone who can think on his feet very quickly and like yeah, so even I'll go into spells as like a reference.
Go for it.
They in that like 7 Potter war that is at the beginning of the 1st or 7th movie, where everyone disguises themselves as Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
They identify who Harry Potter is because he uses Expelliarmus, which is the disarming spell, and all other 6 of them used curses that would cause pain. And so that's how they figure out who Harry is or which one's the real Harry because he chooses that kindness. Even at the end, he tries to give Voldemort a chance to turn around and say, you can be a better person. Like, you don't have to do this. But he then, in terms of the cunning and the loyalty that is like associated with Slytherin, he cannot perform an unforgivable curse. Like, he cannot muster it up in himself until he sees someone try to cast one on Professor McGonagall. And he feels an intense love and loyalty towards Professor McGonagall. And that's when he's able, I believe it's the Cruciatus curse. That's when he's finally able to cast that. And he's like, I understand what they mean now. Like, you have to mean it.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's, and I mean, no one's really just one thing, right? But he is Gryffindor and Slytherin in equal measure. So
Right.
that's my.
No,
That's interesting. And it's always like a kind of an interesting like kind of introspection because like everybody has a little bit of every house within them. Like some days I could be like. Well, I'm blanking at the moment. My Hufflepuff is showing. But like everybody has that braveness, that courageousness within them of Gryffindor, the cunning of Slytherin. My mama's Slytherin, love you, mama. And the intelligence of a Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw dad. And
secondarily Ravenclaw.
right? And so like everybody has a little bit of everything. So like even if like the quiz puts you like in one house, you still embody the traits of other houses. And Harry is the biggest example of that, at least from how you described it. And it's it's a cool theory.
Essentially, it is a personality quiz anyway. So
Well, yeah.
yeah, I love taking those. It's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Myers-Briggs.
Yeah. INFJ.
oh.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No.
One more thing.
Go for
yeah,
it.
So,
Go for it.
there are, and this kind of gets into like fan theory more and like fan interpretation, but there is like speculation of like the 4 friends, which would be Harry, Hermione, Ron, and including Neville. Which also never touched on in the movie, Neville could have been Harry Potter.
Oh yeah,
But-
he's got the same backstory, kind of.
But they include, they include Neville. So it's like each one of them could have. They're the 4 houses pretty much. So like Harry's Slytherin, Hermione's Ravenclaw, Neville's Hufflepuff, and then Ron is Gryffindor through and through, generationally Gryffindor. But yeah, that's just like a fun little sidebar.
Oh yeah,
But would you like to hear more about how Neville could have been Harry Potter?
Actually,
I do.
piqued my interest. I was like, what?
So-
Neville?
The prophecy that is foretold is that a boy born at the end of July would be the one to be Voldemort's undoing. Neither can live while the other survives. Like that whole thing.
Wait, I'm July 28th, my birthday, so it could have
You
been
could have
too.
been. You could have been.
Sorry.
You could
Now,
have been the boy
part of that is that he would have to be born to parents who have thrice defied Voldemort. You never learn what the 3 acts of defiance were from each family, but Alice Longbottom, Neville's mom, and Lily Evans, Harry's mom, were pregnant at the same time.
Yeah.
And so Harry Potter's birthday is July 31st. Neville's
What?
is July 30th.
Ooh.
So literally by one day, if Harry had been born August 1st or July 29th, Voldemort would have gone after Neville. So it is just, and so that is why, this is also not touched on in the movies really. Bellatrix Lestrange tortured Neville Longbottom's parents into insanity.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do forget why torturing them to insanity was enough, whereas he killed the Potters. I don't know. I forget what the difference was there. Maybe it was because he was born the 31st instead. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was more explained as it was really whoever Dumbledore chose. I mean, whoever Voldemort chose
Well, yeah.
really made the prophecy fulfill itself.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Yeah.
what you were saying earlier.
Huh.
It was like that's how Dumbledore explained it to Harry. But then it's like, but if you think about it more, like
Yeah.
But Dumbledore says it's really whoever whoever Voldemort chose is the one that that became the chosen one.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, it was just a matter of choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although something I remember a little more clear, just because it was one of the last movies I saw of this several years ago. Still, yeah, it wasn't Neville one of the last ones to like take care of Voldemort at the end.
Yeah. So
besides Harry, that is.
Yeah, so he killed Nagini, which is one of the Horcruxes.
Yes, that's right.
The
that's right.
snake Horcrux.
Yeah,
the snake one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's Neville was kind of like a late bloomer in terms of like finding like his courage.
Okay.
But in that time when Harry, Hermione, and Ron are on the run, Neville really steps up, and it's him who's saying, "I won't," like, because at this time the Death Eaters have taken over the school, and they're like, "No, you're gonna torture these kids," and like that was school, was learning how to cast unforgivable curses, and he was like, "I'm not doing that," and so they would try and then torture Neville, and like Neville was like in trouble constantly, and like this rebellious character about the school in terms of their last year, but he was just having like a moral compass. But
Yeah, it was Neville, it was Luna, and Ginny.
Yeah.
That after Harry, Ron, and Hermione left the school, they really took up and stepped up. Like
Yes.
they kind of brought back the DA, Dumbledore's army.
yeah.
And they were a fight. Like they became the resistance. And Dean Thomas would have been a part of it, but he actually couldn't go back to school because his parents were Muggles. He was Muggle-born,
Yeah.
and they were persecuting all Muggle-borns. So
Yeah.
Luna, underrated character, by the way. I
gosh, I love her.
I love
Luna's
her
awesome.
quirky, like
there's
very.
some would argue, me potentially being one of them, that Harry and Luna are better together than Harry and Ginny.
Yeah, they.
And you know what was about to come out of my mouth was that the friendship between Harry and Luna is so important to me.
Yeah. Well, because like Harry is, even though he's like so popular or whatever, he always was kind of the outcast.
Yeah.
And so was Luna, but Luna was like happy with it, and Luna like didn't care. And there are so many examples, of course, that aren't coming to my head right now. Like when the professor Slughorn was having all of the like parties, and the first person that Harry thought to invite was Luna.
Yes.
Because he knew that even though it's going to be an awkward party, whatever, like he knows that he's going to be comfortable with Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And don't forget that Luna in the 5th movie and book went to the Department of Mysteries with him. Like,
right.
all he had to say is, "My godfather's in trouble," and she was like, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah.
Like,
right?
you know, like
Okay.
Luna's a ride or die, low key.
Oh, honestly.
Okay.
And I appreciate that she kind of shows like not the, because Harry Potter, like on its surface, it has like this whimsical like little chocolate frogs and what is
Really?
it called?
What?
I actually
shipped
did get a
into
chocolate
frogs?
frog.
Oh, okay.
Feel it. It's like it's heavy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like it's like what, like 5 ounces or something. There's like chocolate frogs and little carrier owls and all that. And Luna, she shows kind of like not the bad underbelly, but more like the visually like unorthodox. For example, like those What are those things called that like they're birds but like without feathers and they're all black and it can only be seen by people who've seen death?
Quiz.
Thestrals.
Thestrals.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Those-
Nice. You got there before I did.
Because they're beautiful like in like the sense like I appreciate like opossums, for example. Like, have you seen domestic opossums, by the way? Like, to go on a slight tangent, they're so fluffy, it's so cute, and and that's kind of like the Luna. Like, if magic wasn't really a thing. She'd be all about the opossums, the raccoons, things that are not conventionally seen
The lovable weirdo.
as
Yeah.
right, as conventionally seen as like mainstream when it comes to the magical world, and it helps in world building too.
I know you guys wanted to kind of mention Harry Potter in different forms. We have like 3 minutes left, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's
Thanks for tracking that.
all the Harry Potter video games.
Yes, let's talk about that real quick.
I know Zach is usually the video game guy. I am also a video game guy, not as informed as Zach is, though. But I did play a couple Harry Potter video games growing up. There was a Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire game for the Game Boy that I played. That was really fun. And it
You're
was
older than you realize.
and then there was also a Harry Potter Quidditch game for the PlayStation 2, and that is regarded as one of the best / worst video games of all time.
Slash words.
Depending on your world, it's one of those cult classics where it's like it's so bad it's good. And
Gotcha.
there's voice acting that some of it is just clips from the movie taken and put onto the video game, and some
Makes
of
it easier.
and some of it is recorded by other people that aren't the main actors. And so when you go from scene to scene, there's just different voices for the same characters. I've also played Lego Harry Potter.
Goated.
And
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Lego Harry Potter was a lot of fun. There was a dueling mini game that was on there was also, weird enough, 2 different versions of Lego Harry Potter. One for better software or hardware, and one for worse hardware.
Worse hardware.
So the one for better hardware was like for home consoles, like the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 at the time. And then there was also the mobile version, which was meant for like the DS and the PSP, the PlayStation Portable, and for phones. And usually the mobile versions of those kind of games are always worse, but I personally liked the mobile versions better. I played both, and there was a mini game in the mobile versions where it was the dueling mini game, and you had to like time things, and you can unlock characters as you progress through the years.
That actually sounds very interesting to me.
And it was all about dueling, and that wasn't there in the game for the home consoles.
Right.
And I spent most of the time playing the game, playing through the dueling mini game, because there was actually a real challenge to it too. You had to like work your way up through the years, and like eventually you could fight Voldemort, and like and then after you fought Voldemort, you could like unlock fighting Dumbledore and like Grindelwald and like all this crazy stuff.
Okay.
So that was cool. But yeah, that's my little dump on the Harry Potter video game stuff.
Yes. Excellent.
We'll have to
Excellent.
revisit this, and you and Zach could probably converse a little more in depth when it comes to the video games.
Yeah, I know he wanted
certainly-
to talk about Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes, that's a newer title that recently came out.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's a prequel to the original movies, so we won't be seeing any of
prequel,
our favorite people. I think
Gotcha.
this is even before Dumbledore's time as a headmaster at Hogwarts. So like it's kind of detached. Like it follows the world building that J.K. Rowling and all them set up, but at the same time, like it's like going to the parks. Like obviously, like yes, there's like all the like magic and like houses and all that, but like you're not getting bogged down with like, oh, like the Lord of Darkness and all that and blah blah, and the like plot of like Horcruxes and all that. Like, it's from
It's
what
just
I've
a fun
seen,
little thing.
yeah, it's just like it's like a side adventure, and
Yeah.
it's very fun. And so, in speaking of adventures, we may have to continue this adventure in a little bit. What do you think?
Sound good?
Yeah, so we will be back shortly to wrap up our little adventure here.
Knox.
I always love that opening coming in, and welcome back to NEPA Nerds. We're wrapping up our discussion of the boy who lived, and we had
Harry Potter.
Mr. Potter, and so it was really fun to have Kelly in today. It was very fun. It was also nice to get the perspective of Joe. Normally he's just behind the camera.
Yeah, I produced the show. I've
Yeah.
produced every one of these. So.
Normally they keep him on mute.
Yeah. Usually I don't get a microphone.
But since Zach isn't here, we're like, you know what?
We'll just let any old riffraff in here.
Yeah,
We hope to have you again, hopefully sometime soon. Joe, you kind of don't have a choice.
I do. Thanks for having me.
So he goes, it's a pleasure for you to have me here.
Why, yes.
Yes. Once again, the theme. There's always so much to talk about. So this is just the intro, really, to all our future Harry Potter episodes. Much like
Right.
other future episodes, will have different topics, different tentpoles, different movies and TV shows. And Joey, real quick, tell me about the whole Hermione and Ron thing.
So I talked about earlier in the episode. Ron and Hermione's kiss is way different in the books than it is in the movies. In the movies, they go to the Chamber of Secrets and they go to collect basilisk fangs to destroy Horcruxes. They barely survive and they kiss in the water.
Covered in sewer water.
Yeah, covered in gross
Ew.
water.
Now that you mention it, ugh.
Ooh,
And then in the books, there's they just casually go to the Chamber of Secrets and they come back with a bunch of basilisk fangs. There's that's not really a big plot point. But when they're talking about what's happening next, Ron says, well, we have to think about the elves. The elves are in the kitchens and we have to get them out of here because they don't have to die for this. And that's when Hermione comes in and kisses him and passionately because
okay.
Yeah.
because Ron, his entire life and through the entire story, it seemed like he was never listening to Hermione when she was talking about all these elves' rights issues and all these problems, but he was listening the whole time.
Oh,
and he
okay.
that
cares,
romantic.
and then,
That's so sweet.
And he's had some personal growth, which
Yeah.
we love to see.
That's always a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Great
Some
story point.
character development that wasn't included in the movies. And that,
so much of Ron's character was
Yes.
cut from the movies. Almost
100%.
every good line Ron has,
100%.
it's gone to either Harry
Right.
or Hermione.
Really?
100%.
Yeah.
Ron
That's-
was loyal to the soil, and they do
Wow.
not show
And
that.
They did not show that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have to wrap though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it's
That's
time.
Can I
unfortunate.
say one line that didn't make it into the movies?
Go for it.
There's no need to call me Sir, Professor.
Oh,
I should start using
A little
that too.
teaser. A little
Yeah.
teaser. A force to have me back.
Yes, looking forward to have you and maybe Joey back
Yeah,
for
who
future.
knows?
Hey, you better watch out. I can press any of these buttons.
That's true. That's true. I can be all muted.
Exactly, and there's still so much that that needs to be spoken about that we
Oh, yeah.
haven't been able to get to today.
course,
So
of course.
hopefully, sometime soon, maybe like in 2 months or so from now, we'll
Who
see.
knows? We'll see.
Maybe for a big anniversary coming up. Ooh, something coming up.
Yeah.
In the meantime, thank you so much for watching
Yes.
NEPA Nerds.
And let's all say this at once to put a little magical end to this today's episode.
yeah.
Expecto Patronum.